All right, let's dive into luxury travel,
Yeah.
but not just anywhere.
Hmm.
We're going to Singapore.
We're headed straight for Singapore. Yeah.
And I was looking through this luxury travel guide.
Okay.
And, it's not just about like,
Right.
the fancy hotels and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's about something more than that.
Well, what really stood out to me is how Singapore kind of has this incredible fusion,
Yeah.
of culture and like this modern innovation.
And they really emphasize that in this guide.
Yeah.
The juxtaposition, I think, is
Yes.
what gets me.
You could be like walking down the street
Yeah.
at a hawker center,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about,
Yeah.
eating amazing food for like nothing.
Yeah.
And then hours later, you're at, some rooftop restaurant.
Right.
Just incredible views and
Like a Michelin-starred place or something.
totally.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
first of all, just
Yeah.
paint the picture for us.
Yeah.
What makes Singapore
Right.
like this haven for the luxury traveler?
So I think the first thing is just like, imagine a city that's so safe and clean and organized.
Right.
Like that alone already
Yeah.
makes you feel at ease.
Yeah.
And then you add in this just incredible cultural tapestry.
Right.
You've got Chinatown, you've got Kampong Glam, you've got Little India.
Yeah, it's like a
Leading to-
living travel magazine.
Exactly.
Every district is like its own
It's
little
just-
world.
It's incredible.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the guide talks about
Mhm.
the food scene in Singapore.
Oh, yeah. The food scene is incredible.
And of course, we have to talk about the Michelin stars.
We do, yeah.
But honestly, what is like
Yeah.
blowing my mind are these hawker centers?
Yes.
What are those?
Oh, they're amazing.
Break it down for us.
So imagine
Yeah.
kind of an open-air food court,
Okay.
but instead of having like, generic fast food,
Right.
it's like, stalls upon stalls upon stalls of authentic Singaporean cuisine.
Yeah.
So you'll find Malay food, Chinese food, Indian food,
Okay.
you name it.
Wow.
It's there.
Okay.
Um,
Wow. So
it's casual. It's incredibly affordable.
okay.
It's really a must-do, I think, for any visitor.
Well, this guide specifically calls out this place
Okay.
called Maxwell Food Center
Okay.
and Tian chicken rice.
Huh.
Apparently,
Sounds amazing.
it's legendary.
It does.
But then on the
Yeah.
other end of the spectrum, you have,
You've got,
these temples of like
yeah.
haute cuisine.
Oh, yeah. You've got Odette. You've got Les Amis.
Yeah, and even like a couple
Even some Gordon Ramsay spots.
Gordon Ramsay places.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so,
It's the diversity that's really incredible, I think.
yeah, caters to every taste.
Totally.
Okay, so we've tantalized the taste buds. Let's move on to shopping.
Okay.
Orchard Road,
Yeah, Orchard Road.
the place to be.
It is the place to be.
Oh, it makes it so special. So it's more than just a shopping street.
Okay.
I mean, it's an experience.
Okay.
You'll find flagship stores of every luxury brand
Mhm.
you could possibly dream up.
Okay.
You've got personalized services
Okay.
that just cater to your every whim.
Mm-hmm.
And then these really unique concept stores
Okay.
that are pushing the boundaries of retail therapy.
Okay, well, of course, no talk about Singapore would be complete without mentioning Marina Bay Sands.
Yes.
The guide highlights its luxury shopping.
It does. It does.
But I'm already
Yeah.
hooked by
I don't know.
all the
Yeah.
hints about its architecture.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that later.
Okay.
But what I find particularly interesting is that alongside those big international names,
Yeah.
you can find these incredible artisans kind of tucked away.
Really?
Bespoke tailors, custom jewelry makers.
Wow.
It's that blend of like traditional craftsmanship and modern luxury.
Okay.
It's really special.
So you're telling me I could get a custom-made outfit while overlooking
Oh, yeah.
that dazzling cityscape?
You could.
I am sold.
Mazeri.
Okay. But we've got to figure out where we're staying.
Yes, we do.
The guide mentions all these incredible
Yeah.
luxury hotels, but then also some really interesting
Yes.
boutique places.
We can't talk about luxury in Singapore without mentioning the icons.
Right.
So you've got Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah. Waking up to that view.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
But then you've also got Raffles Hotel,
Mm-hmm.
the Fullerton,
Yeah.
the Ritz-Carlton.
Okay, so each of these,
Each one has a very distinct personality.
yeah.
It's really cool.
But I think for our listener who is all about those like
Yes,
hidden gems,
I agree.
it's the boutique hotels.
The boutique hotels are really where it's at.
What are some of the standouts?
So the Capitol Kempinski, for one,
Okay.
it blends heritage architecture with modern design.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then there's the Clan Hotel,
Yeah.
which draws inspiration from the Peranakan culture.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
Can you break that down?
Yeah.
What is Peranakan culture?
So the Peronicans are descendants of early Chinese migrants who settled in the Straits settlements,
Okay.
including Singapore like centuries ago.
Wow.
And they blended their Chinese heritage with local Malay customs,
Okay.
creating this really vibrant culture that's known for its unique cuisine and architecture and even language.
Wow.
So the Clan Hotel really seems to capture that spirit beautifully.
See, this is why I love these deep dives.
I know.
Always learning something new.
That's so fun.
So even the hotels kind of reflect that.
They do.
Old meeting new.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And that brings us back to why Singapore stands out, I think,
Yeah.
as a luxury destination.
Hmm.
It's constantly evolving,
Yeah.
embracing innovation,
Right.
but always honoring its roots.
Like they found the sweet spot between
Tradition.
in the future.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, before we move on, I have to ask about this personalized service
Yeah.
and these amenities that the guide mentions.
Right.
What does that actually look like?
Yeah, so think about it this way. In these luxury hotels,
Okay.
it's not just about having like a comfortable bed and a nice view.
Right.
It's about anticipating your needs
Okay.
before you even know you have them.
Like they're reading your mind.
Totally making you feel like royalty.
Okay, so like having a personal butler who knows your
Exactly.
favorite drink
Yes.
and like has it waiting for you.
Totally. But it goes even beyond that.
Okay.
It could be private access to the hotel spa,
Oh, wow.
priority reservations at the hottest restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
or even a personal shopper who can like curate a selection.
Okay, now that's what I call luxury.
It's pretty amazing.
But it makes me wonder,
Yeah.
with all this focus on opulence
Right.
and exclusivity,
Yeah.
how does sustainability fit into all of this?
That's a great question. And it leads us perfectly into the next section, because what's really interesting is how Singapore is weaving sustainability into its luxury offerings.
Okay.
We're not just talking about eco-friendly practices,
Right.
but like a whole philosophy of eco-luxury.
All right, I am intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's dive into that world
Let's do it.
of sustainable luxury
Yeah.
in Singapore.
Okay.
So eco-luxury, like how does that work in Singapore?
It's interesting. They're kind of weaving these green initiatives
Mm-hmm.
into the fabric of the city itself,
Okay.
like efficient public transport,
Mm-hmm.
innovative waste management,
Okay.
and exploring renewable energy.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's bigger than just
Yeah.
hotels being eco-friendly.
It is.
The whole city is.
Yeah, it's a whole approach.
Wow.
And with the hotels,
Yeah.
they're really raising the bar.
Okay, like what?
So, for example,
Yeah.
the Park Royal Collection, Marina Bay,
Mm-hmm.
has its own rooftop farm
Wait, a farm?
on the roof
On the roof.
of the hotel. Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible.
Yeah. So fresh local ingredients.
So they're not just like,
Right.
minimizing their impact.
Yeah,
They're like
they're contributing
contributing.
to a more sustainable food system.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
what about the food?
Yeah.
The dining scene.
Yes.
So as guide mentions,
It mentions sustainable dining,
sustainable dining.
but it's more than just eating organic.
Okay.
It's about being more conscious
Okay.
about food.
Like how? So.
So locally sourced ingredients,
Mhm.
menus that change with the seasons,
Okay.
minimizing food waste.
Okay.
Some restaurants are even going zero waste.
Wow.
And also spotlighting plant-based cuisine.
So it's like
Yeah.
supporting local farmers,
Exactly.
minimizing waste,
Mm-hmm.
being mindful of where your food's
Yep.
coming from.
Yeah, it's like eco-conscious fine dining.
I like that. And so this conscious approach goes beyond just the food.
It does.
The guide mentions these
Right.
eco tours.
Yeah, like mangrove tours,
Yeah.
bird watching expeditions.
So if you're someone who likes adventure, but you also want to travel responsibly,
Yeah,
Singapore's got you covered.
Singapore has you covered.
Okay, cool.
But let's circle back to the luxury
Yeah.
element of our deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Because the spa and wellness scene
Oh, yes.
in Singapore sounds incredible.
We're talking gold facials, diamond, microdermabrasion.
It's pure indulgence.
Okay.
But what's interesting is they're blending
Yeah.
those cutting-edge wellness trends
Right.
with traditional Asian therapies.
Okay.
So you can find everything from cryotherapy
Wow.
to ancient Ayurvedic treatments
Interesting.
in these really luxurious settings.
I love that a lot of these luxury hotels are offering
Yes.
full wellness retreats.
I know they are.
So it's like
It is.
you're combining these treatments with fitness.
Yeah.
Healthy eating.
It's a whole mind-body reset.
Total reset.
It is. So it's less about
less about the material possessions.
Yeah.
More about nurturing yourself.
feeling your best.
Feeling your best, exactly.
Cool.
But let's not forget
Yeah.
about the cultural side
Yeah.
of luxury travel.
Of course.
Singapore has a vibrant arts and culture scene,
Mm-hmm.
and this guide really emphasizes VIP access.
Oh, that sounds right up our listeners' alley.
I know.
Private tours of galleries and museums,
Yeah.
deeper understanding of the art,
Yes.
exclusive access.
Tell me more.
Yes.
So imagine getting like a behind-the-scenes look
Okay.
at the National Gallery or the Singapore Art Museum,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even attending an exclusive exhibition opening.
That would be amazing,
I know.
especially for our listener
Right.
who loves to learn,
Exactly.
understand things on a deeper level.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And what I find particularly interesting is how Singapore's using its resources.
To invest in the arts,
Okay.
making these kinds of experiences possible.
So it's not just about
Having the money to
Hobby?
buy your way in.
It's about supporting the arts and broadening access
Yeah.
for everyone.
I like that.
I do too.
And that leads us to another way to experience Singapore
Yes.
in style.
Okay.
Luxury on the water.
Oh, yes.
So this guide mentions chartering private yachts
Yes.
and these luxury cruises
Mm-hmm.
departing from Singapore.
Right.
Where do those cruises go?
Well, think about it. Singapore's strategically located.
Yeah.
You can reach the South China Sea Islands,
Oh, wow.
the Indonesian archipelago,
Okay.
even Malaysia.
So it's like a gateway to Southeast Asia.
It is.
And with a private yacht,
Yeah.
you could stop at all these
You could.
secluded beaches and hidden coves.
It sounds pretty dreamy to me.
It does.
And Singapore has some of the best marinas
Okay.
in the world.
So,
So it's the perfect starting point.
for a luxurious maritime adventure.
All right, but let's be real.
Yeah.
Not everyone has like
Not
a
everyone.
yacht fund
Right.
tucked away.
Exactly.
Are there ways to experience
There
those iconic Singapore attractions
are.
with a touch of luxury?
Yeah.
Even if you're not like
Exactly.
sailing the high seas.
Absolutely.
Because what could we do?
Even for popular attractions like Gardens by the Bay
Mm-hmm.
or Sentosa Island,
Yeah.
this guide highlights some VIP access options
Okay.
that really elevate the experience.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so
where we talk.
we're talking private tours, behind-the-scenes glimpses,
Okay.
even priority entry.
Okay.
So you can skip those lines.
Yeah.
Imagine experiencing the super trees at Gardens by the Bay
Mm-hmm.
without the crowds
Right.
or getting a sneak peek
Yeah.
at the inner workings of Universal Studios
Now
on Sentosa Island.
that takes it to a whole other level.
It does.
But it makes sense.
It does.
Even in a bustling city.
Yeah.
They really.
It's all about making things seamless and enjoyable.
Exactly.
And speaking of enjoyable,
Yeah.
we can't forget about the nightlife.
Oh, okay.
This guide mentions some seriously swanky bars
Now you're speaking my language.
and rooftop lounges.
What kind of
Yeah.
after dark adventures?
So imagine
Singapore.
sipping handcrafted cocktails in glamorous bars
Hmm.
with breathtaking views of the city.
Okay.
The guide recommends places like Manhattan, Atlas,
Okay.
One Altitude, C'est La Vie.
They all sound
Each one has its own vibe and atmosphere.
amazing.
Yeah.
But what about for our listener
Yeah.
who loves
Yeah.
a bit of mystery
A little bit of mystery.
and exclusivity?
Yes.
What about those
Yeah.
under the radar members only
Ah, yes. The allure of the hidden gem.
establishments?
Those places are definitely harder to get into,
Right.
but they offer a glimpse
Yeah.
into a whole other world
Okay.
of luxury and connections.
Yeah.
It's not just about the drinks.
Right.
It's about being part of an exclusive circle.
Like a secret society.
They're pretty
elite.
It's pretty intriguing.
I have to admit, that's pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
What stands out to me is how dynamic
Yes.
Singapore's luxury scene is.
It is.
It's not just about opulence,
It's just,
but it's about innovation,
yeah.
sustainability,
Yeah.
this amazing blend of
Yeah,
old and new.
It really is.
What do you think the future holds
Oh, that's a great question.
for luxury
It
travel
really gets to the heart of why Singapore is so captivating.
in Singapore?
It's a city that's constantly pushing boundaries.
Yeah,
Always looking ahead.
maybe we'll see
I know.
personalized drone tours of the city
Maybe.
or like underwater dining experiences.
Who knows?
Or even luxury space travel,
Yeah.
launching from Marina Bay Sands.
Maybe.
Okay, that last one's a little far-fetched.
It is a little far-fetched.
But you never know.
You never know.
You're not afraid to
They're not
push the limits.
They are not afraid to push the limits.
But for our listener,
Yes.
who is probably planning their trip
I know. Probably already booking flights.
as we speak,
Totally.
what's the one key takeaway they
Yeah.
should remember?
The one key takeaway.
About luxury travel in Singapore.
It's not about extravagance,
Yeah.
or spending a lot of money.
Right.
It's really about experiencing a destination that's incredibly rich in culture,
Yeah.
that's vibrant, diverse,
Mm-hmm.
and really committed to a sustainable future.
So experiencing something exceptional, something beyond the ordinary.
Exactly.
As we've been talking about all this,
Yeah.
something keeps coming back to me is like this sense of contrast
Yeah.
that Singapore embodies so effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about hawker centers versus Michelin-starred,
Yes.
modern innovation versus ancient traditions,
Right.
but it goes even deeper than that.
It is.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
What really impressed me while researching for this deep dive is that Singapore offers a luxury experience that's really tailored
Mm-hmm.
to almost every interest imaginable.
Okay.
Whether you're a foodie, a history buff,
Mm-hmm.
an art enthusiast,
Yeah.
a nature lover,
Yeah.
there's something there to captivate you.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all
It's not.
luxury destination.
It's like a choose-your-own-adventure,
Yeah.
but for luxury travelers.
And you get to craft your perfect experience.
You do.
That's what makes it so exciting.
It is.
It really challenges
It does.
our notions of luxury travel.
I think so.
It's not just about five-star hotels
It's not just...
and expensive shopping sprees.
Right. It's about curating that unique and authentic experience
Yeah.
that resonates with you.
Speaking of authenticity, what surprised you
Oh, that's a good question.
the most?
Honestly, it was that rooftop farm
Yeah,
at the Park Royal Collection, Marina Bay.
I know.
It just completely blew my mind.
I know.
Who would have thought that you could find such a commitment to sustainable practices
Right.
in the heart of this bustling metropolis?
Yeah.
It really speaks to Singapore's
Mm-hmm.
forward-thinking approach.
It's a perfect example
Yeah.
of how they're, constantly pushing boundaries,
Yeah,
redefining what's possible.
they are.
And it makes me even more curious
Yeah,
about what the future holds
me too.
for luxury travel in this incredible city.
Well, if their track record is anything to go by,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can expect even more innovation
Right.
and creativity in the years to come.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe personalized drone tours
Yeah?
that soar above the city,
Okay.
offering breathtaking views of the
Mhm.
skyline.
Okay.
Or maybe underwater dining experiences
Ooh.
where you can savor exquisite cuisine surrounded by marine life.
Okay, now you're making me hungry and adventurous.
I know, right?
But the possibilities are really
They are endless.
endless when you have a destination
Yeah.
that's so committed to innovation,
Exactly.
pushing the boundaries
Really.
of what's possible.
Yeah.
Singapore shows us that luxury can be so much more
Yeah.
than just opulence.
It's not just about...
And exclusivity.
Right.
It can be about sustainability,
It can.
cultural immersion,
Yeah,
personal growth,
absolutely.
creating memories that last a lifetime.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, I'm officially adding Singapore
Yeah.
to my travel bucket list.
I think we all are after this.
Thanks for joining us
Yeah.
on this incredible journey
It's been fun.
into the heart of Singapore's luxury travel scene.
Yes.
We hope you learned something new, gained some fresh perspectives,
Yeah.
and are feeling inspired to explore this captivating destination for
That's it.
yourself.
Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
the most enriching luxury experiences
Mm.
are those that stay with you
Yes.
long after you've returned home.
Absolutely. The sights, the sounds, the flavors,
Yeah.
they all become woven into the tapestry
Yeah.
of your travel memories.
So keep exploring,
Keep exploring.
keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Yes.
Until next time.
See you later.